Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I have a very awesome series to introduce, and this is going to be the Eaglemoss Ghostbusters ECTO-1 build-up kit. It's going to be weekly videos every Friday for 2 years. It's going to take 2 whole years to actually complete this vehicle. So, that being said, let's get to unboxing. Now, if you guys are already subscribed to my channel, then you can see that we've already started with the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Okay, so let's see what we have inside. First off, I do actually want to say, I do like how they bubble wrap everything. Nothing's moving around in the box. Everything is actually packed very nice. Check that out.
Need some suspension work and shocks and brakes, brake pads, lining, steering box, transmission, rear end.
So this is actually build kit number 2. And right here is build kit number 1. So right now they're running a promotion, $1.99, and you get the first 2 build sets. After that, it's like $45 a month, and every week they will send you a new kit. But for the deal, they're doing 2 sets for $2. Also inside, you can see we've got this right here, which we're going to take a look at. This is the issue number 2. You can see up on the top corner, and right here is the introduction and what should also be issue number 1. It's a wrap. Okay, so right here we have the introduction, and we have, what do we have here? Okay, here we go. So this is back this up a little bit. This is how large this car is actually going to be. That's the size. Like it's going to be huge. It's literally going to be 31.5 inches. Like that's crazy. Right here you can see that's the size of the front, and that's the size of the back. This thing is going to be like ginormous. Look at that compared to my hand. Holy crap. Right here we have the introduction. So right here we have some more that tells you the size. This says right here that this is the screen accurate Cadillac rims. Has opening doors, the roof rack, rotating lights, hood opens up, working headlights, detailed interior, removable gurney, brake lights, and moving wheels. Now another cool feature about this is that the windows do actually roll up and down, which you can see right down here. There's actually the guy's fingers on the old-fashioned knob, and you can roll the windows up and down. The inside is completely detailed. You have everything. Siren that works. Like this is like a phenomenal build here. Then we have some story-based stuff. And then right here we have a lineup of what parts are included for issue 2. Okay, so coming soon in issue 2, so it shows you what you're getting with issue 2, what the book looks like, and then it shows you the parts that you're getting. Awesome. Put that to the side. So anyways guys, what we're going to do, because this is a very in-depth build, and if you guys have seen the Back to the Future build, I actually did both all in one video, and it ended up being almost an hour long video. So for the sake of time and keeping things sweet, we're going to focus on doing part 1, and then in 2 weeks we are going to finally catch up to part 2. So issue number 2, along with these parts, is going to be set aside back into the box. We will continue with this later on. Today we are going to focus on issue 1. So opening up, you're going to see that we have the parts right here, which isn't many parts. We have the AM and BM bolts. We have a cool sticker. Then we have bumper pieces, the license plate, hood vents, and the hood itself. Okay, right. Get back to the instructions in a moment. Here we go with some info on Dan Aykroyd, just stuff that you'll be able to read if you get into this. So not only do you actually get a very cool car at the end of this, a nice model, but you actually get, 2 years worth of, good reading, and there's lots of stuff in here that's going to be stuff that people don't know, things that have never been revealed. There's a lot of special stuff in this, and as you can see, we also continues where it tells you what's coming in the second one. Oh, and it shows you what it's going to look like when it's completed. So when we get to part 2, that's what the build's going to look like. That's what we're going to be building. So that's a pretty cool touch. And then back here we have the parts. So anyway, we're going to open up, get started here. So stage 1, the hood. I'll set this aside, and this is a very, very heavy box. You can see we've got the New York plates. I believe this is a magnetic screwdriver. Pieces for the bumper, the hood vents, the screws. So let's go ahead and crack this open. And it's got a General Motors tag on this. Pretty cool. They're always like impossible to open up. Making a mess, but it's a good mess. Just have to clean it up later. Once we start filling all this off. The one thing that I did actually point out when building the DeLorean is that you want to keep your packaging. Don't just start ripping everything out and throwing it everywhere, because sometimes there's very small pieces, and you want to make sure you don't lose any of it. Set this to the side. Okay, wow. Oh my god, look at that. Nice matte black. Wow. And a nice glossy finish. And this is solid. This whole car is going to be extremely heavy, I think. More die cast right here. This piece here, plastic. Got the hood vents, and we have the BMs, and over here we'll place the AMs, that way they're separated. These, can't tell if they're magnetic yet. Oh, and we've got the one right there. So anyway, per the instructions, we are going to take the first hood vent and be putting it on. Now I don't know which one going to be which. Do they have writing on them? I don't see. Oops. Of course, I'm dropping it over here. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so this one says 2 on it. This one says 1. So I'm assuming number 2 is when it's going to be on this side. So let's see. Yep. Okay, so that's that one. This one has the straight pattern. Okay, so doing this, you can tell because this one is curved. This one, these are in line. So in line, and these ones are staggered. So this one's going to fit well here. This one will fit well here. So for right now, we're going to work on this one. And this is going to be equipped with the AM bolts, which are going to go, they flip it over. Oh, I guess they're going up top, it looks like. Yes. All right, so this is being bolted on top going down. So let's go ahead and grab the AMs. Now be very careful when you're placing your screws down that you don't lose any of these. And these have a white top, so this does actually make good sense. Okay, so this is magnetic. So this does make sense for it to go up where it's at. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that this is as straight in as possible. And screw it down in. We also want to not do that. I was literally just about to say we also want to try to make sure that the screwdriver doesn't jump out. We don't want to scratch any of the paint off the top of the screw itself. Luckily it doesn't scratch the die cast easy. These are very, very small. Try to get that on there. Okay, back here we go. And just when you do this, take your time, plenty of patience. There is absolutely no need to rush. Again, this is going to be a 2-year dedication build, so any rush is just ridiculous. You have 2 years to build this thing. So go in nice and easy, make sure everything's straight, and then when you screw everything down, just be very easy with it. Make sure you're not applying too much, pressure to it. You don't want to snap anything, and you also don't want to strip any of these screws. So for right now, I'm pretty much just putting them in nice and gently and getting them fairly snug. But once all 4 of these are in, I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to give a good little bit to them, so that way they feel comfortable with it. So just go ahead and just give it a little bit snug, and okay, snug. So that's how it should look. This one here though, kind of want to see if I can get it down just a little bit more. No. Okay, we're going to leave that one alone before I end up stripping it or doing something to it. So here's our first vent. Second vent we have right here. You can see there's a bit of length here and there's shortness. So we've got the most length here, which means it's going to line up perfectly right there. And this also is going to be using the same AM bolts. Or screws, rather, not bolts. Okay, nice and easy. I'm actually amazed that the trim is already done on this one, the DeLorean. You actually have to assemble all the trim on it yourself. Snug. So fun fact, if this is the first video where you're watching this channel, if you're interested in subscribing and checking out other content, we do some abandoned, urban exploring, we also do some paranormal investigations, which is one of my favorite things to do. So if you're looking at this Ghostbusters car, then chances are you're into ghosts and the paranormal, so you might enjoy the content. Try to get this one also just snug on the first go. Definitely paranoids me a little bit that these are painted white up top. It's just like if the screwdriver slips, which I got lucky that last time. Definitely don't want to have an incident where it takes the paint off, but I guess worst case scenario, I think there is going to be some extras. So we're just going to go ahead and make sure that these are all tight to where I'd like them to be. Okay, alright, so here we have the vents. Looks nice so far. Okay, so now looking up ahead, you can see that we are actually taking the two bumper pieces. So this piece and this piece are going to go, I want to say like this. Yep, that fits just like that. So that's where those are going to be at. And we're going to be, as this says, taking the BM screws. So we're going to go BM, 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 and BM. So let's go ahead and break out the BM screws. It definitely does look like we're going to have some extras, which again, guys, save those. Couldn't stress that enough with the DeLorean build. Always keep your extras. Oh man. And I gotta say, this the one thing that's like really hard about this is literally just how small these screws are. So right now I'm holding the plastic to the die cast and I'm applying a little bit of pressure so that way I can make sure that the screwdriver does not slip off the screw. It's a very tight hole, so trying to get this in there with how small the screw is, it could strip out, so we definitely want to take our time and be gentle with that. So again, we're just getting it in. You can see it doesn't really want to turn on its own, so we're going to just apply pressure without it, you know, causing any damage. We don't want to damage anything. Can't wait to have this and the DeLorean sitting together at my my desk. That's going to be pretty cool. Oh, get in there. Yep, kind of coming off the tip. And in. Remember, nice and easy, no rush. I think at this point I'm telling myself that rather than you guys. And hopefully to all my long-time subscribers, I'm hoping you guys enjoy this. I think this is you know, something that the channel needs. You know, with the whole quarantining and, you know, issues going places, and, you know, the masks and this, that, and the other, I find this to be, you know, an enjoyable way to just kind of enjoy life from home and not have to really worry about too much. I don't need to sit here at my table and wear a mask and sanitize myself and things like that, worrying. However, I did get notice though that, you know, so these are supposed to be a weekly drop off, but they did already say that, you know, due to the ordeal going on, some shipments could face a delay. So if they do, then, you know, then we may have to postpone a week on certain ones. But that's why we have two. That's why we're doing the Ghostbusters, and that's why we're doing the DeLorean. So that way we have one every week for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put this BM screw back in right there. Tighten that back up and sit it inside. So what we have is this, and we have this. Okay, so this is what's assembled so far, and we have the ECTO-1 plate, which right now is just sitting free. So this is the end for this kit. As you can see right here, it says finished build, and this is what remains, which is exactly what we have. Oh, I almost forgot. And here is the cool sticker. So this is what's left over after the first build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that way you're notified every time I upload a video. But again, these will be dropped every Friday. So until next time, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
The apocalypse.